Buckle up for another wild episode because today we're throwing some shade at some of you guys. That's right, we're going to take a look at the top 10 most disappointing players right now in the DLB. We're going to do a quick recap of the current standings. We're going to show you guys how to submit a trade request. And lastly, check out 2 games between the A's, Angels, Orioles, and Marlins, all in today's episode of the DLB Show. Coming up. Oh, look at this. We are chugging along so far in the DLB. Man, we are almost to the All-Star break. We're going to talk about a little bit more here in the next episode because we're going to be a matter of days away from the All-Star break. But that's not the story for this episode. The story for this episode is how many of you guys suck right now. Like, I'm sorry, but some of you are rated very high and are doing very poor. We're going to jump into that. The most disappointing players in the DLB so far. Number 10, Kevin God, left fielder for the Toronto Blue Jays. Look at that, 94 overall, got really solid contact, 84-85 on both sides. Only hitting 264 with 13 home runs. He's above 250, it's not that bad, but he is the second best player on Toronto. Should be leading the squad. Number 9, Jason King, 88 overall, 82 contact versus righty, 76 power versus righty. He's hitting 254 with 17 home runs. He's doing better, but not hitting very well. This is the best player on the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are the worst team in the DLB by far. RIP Jason King. Number 8, Trey Risegraph, 84 overall on the Twins, but hitting 215 with 5 home runs. He's got really good contact, really good fielding, but the guy is just not cutting it. Lucky for him, 20 years old, A potential, got a lot of room for growth. Number 7, Fro Banks. This is where it starts to get kind of bad, guys. 87 overall. Fro Banks hitting 241 and only 9 home runs. He's got almost 90 contact and power across the board, and he only has 9 home runs, and he's in 241. Fro, serenity. Bro, for the first series of the DLB, the first episode, you hit a bomb. Man, what happened? All right, number 6, King Healy. Another disappointing one, not gonna lie. 89 overall, incredible power stats. He's got 15 home runs, not bad, but he's only hitting 249. Number 5, Rocky Coleman, second best player on the Giants, 94 overall, hitting 243 with 10 bombs. Not good at all. Rough. Rocky Coleman. Number 4, Greg Cornell for the Pirates, 89 overall. Very, very bad contact stats, but good power. But man, he is hitting 210 and only 9 bombs. The 4th best player on the Pirates. Man, that is rough. We'd love to see way more production out of Greg. He's cold right now. All right, now for the good stuff. Get into the top 3. Kent Murphy, number 3, 85 overall. One of the best players on the team. A potential, 85 overall. Hitting 186 with 3 home runs. Kent. That's why you're on the bench, my man. 186. Number 2, Blake Frush, starting catcher, 90 overall catcher. 93 power versus lefty, 80 power versus righty, hitting 168 with 9 home runs. The 5th best player on this team is that is terrible production. I am sorry. And then number 1, most disappointing player in the DLB so far, Garrett Coughlin, 94 overall, hitting 227, 14 home runs. Best player, one of the best player on a very good team, playing very poor. I mean, that's your 10 most disappointing players. I'd love to know down in the comments what you guys think. We got a little bit surprised to talk about these guys. We're going to come back to these guys in a little bit, but we're going to jump into the double play and talk about the standings. In the West, AL West, the A's, what? They are now on top. A half a game. It is very tight. Athletics, Rangers, Angels, all within a half game of each other, with the A's leading in the West. In the AL Central, the Indians are now on top. Man, this is wild. Indians are on top. The Twins, they're 5 games behind, so they're close. But the Indians are now leading. That is a surprise. In the AL East, Rays still on top, still doing well, but the Yankees, whoa. They have closed the gap. They're 1 game behind. Blue Jays have fell 9 games behind. They have so much potential. They're now 9 games back, and the Red Sox are 3 games back. This is AL East baseball at its best. RIP Orioles 10 games back, just like regular. But the Rays, Yankees, Red Sox are battling. I would love to see the Yankees and Red Sox pull away here, but the Rays, I mean, they're doing all right. Now in the NL, The Mets on top, 1 game over the Phillies and Braves. The Phillies have inched up closer, and then the Nationals are 2 games behind. This is another really close division that's going to come down to the stretch, I think. Marlins, though, wow, 11 games back, almost completely out of the picture. Then El Central, the Brewers, they're on top. Good lead. This is the best team in the DLB right now. Best team in League Baseball. 43 wins, 6.23 win percentage, 7 games above the Pirates. And wow, Cubs and Cardinals looking very poor. 15.5 games back. All right, NL West, Padres now on top. They're doing well too. 4 games above the Giants and the Dodgers. The Rockies are close to 5.5 games back. Diamondbacks, though, out of the picture right now. 10.5 games behind. Okay, trades. You guys have been asking a lot about trade requests. How can I trade? How can I get into another team if I am unhappy? We're going to do 2 things, just like we always do, down in the comments. If your player would like to request a trade, here's what I want you to do down in the comments. Really simple. Type your player name, ... like literally period, and then the team that you want to go to. And here's the thing, not everyone's going to get traded. We are not going to trade key people away from key teams that are in the hunt. But because we just talked about the standings, rebuilding teams are going to question sending big players. So Mariners, Twins, Orioles, Marlins, Cubs, Diamondbacks, you guys are potentially teams that could ship players to teams that are trying to make moves. We'll look at it that way. But regardless, if you want to be traded, just put it down in the comments. Your name of your player, ... team you want to go to. All right, other thing, these top 10 players, disappointing players, I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's a good chance all of you will get traded because the teams are unhappy with how you're playing, and we want you guys to succeed. I want you to succeed. Fro Banks, Serenity, I want you to succeed, bro. But you know what? You might not be able to do that on the Rays, but maybe you might be on the M's. I don't know. We'll see. But the 10 of you, you're going to be on the trade block and you might get traded come next episode. So if you have a problem with that, you better let me know, or at least tell me what team you want to go to, or else I will decide for you. All right, that's that on that. Now for some games. We're going to take a little bit of a trip. We got 2 big games here against some teams that are battling. We're going to Oakland Coliseum, where the 37-34 Angels take on the 37-33 A's. Remember, these teams are half a game apart. A's now on top. This is a crazy game. Tristan White on the mound for Los Angeles with Roman Grube on the mound for the A's. 5-2 would be your final score. 12 hits for the Angels, 6 hits for the A's. Angels on top 5-2 based off some crooked numbers in the 2nd, the 5th, the 8th, and the 9th. Oakland, they would only get 2 runs in the 5th. That's about it. Looking at player of the game for the Angels, Zachary Merritt, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs with a home run, 2 runs himself. T. Grout, still killing it. 3 for 4 with a triple and 3 runs. Kai Sues, 2 for 4 with a double and RBI. And then Stan Conley, 2 for 4. Tristan White will get the dub, 6-3. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, only 2 earned runs that we talked about with those 3 Ks. Noah Smallwood gets his 25th save of the year. On the A's side, Roman Grube didn't do well. 4 innings pitched, gave us 7 hits and 3 earned runs, but did get 7 Ks. He's 6-7 on the year, hitting-wise, with those 6 hits. Tanner Belfance, 2 for 4. Ben Carr, 1 for 3. George Cisneros, 1 for 4 with a monster home run. And Taylor Reed, 1 for 3. Angels on top, 5-2. All right, and then another big matchup. 2 of the bottom barrel teams. These are 2 teams. I want to show you guys this. 2 very capable teams, but the worst in their division. These teams are looking for players to beef up here over the next couple months. The Miami Marlins 27-43 against the 32-39 Orioles. And this is how it would shake up. A hitter's duel. An absolute hitter's duel. Final score 10-5. Orioles over Marlins. They had 12 hits to the Marlins 10 with 7 runs. Get this, Orioles had 7 runs in the 8th to basically pull ahead of the Marlins. Look at the stat line here. Justin Clams, player of the game, 3 for 5 with a home run and a double. Mason Whitley 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies, 2 runs. Ben Krentler 1 for 4 with that double, and Derek Quisenberry 2 for 4. On the other side, on the Marlins side, Ethan Groening 2 for 4 with a monster home run and a double. RBI 2 runs. Colin Foyle 1 for 4 with a home run. Evan Oslin 2 for 4 with a double and RBI, and Dawson Roundtree 2 for 5. Losing pitcher Joel Pittman, he's now 1-2 on the year. Miguel Gonzalez 1-0 gets the dub based off of what happened in the 8th for the Orioles. This was actually a very high intense game. I love to watch games like this. 2 very good hitting teams with pitching that just can't cut it. But the Orioles on top 10-5 here getting the dub. All right, that's going to do it for this episode, guys, of the DLB. Remember, down in the comments, do you want to get traded? What team do you want to go to? Put it down in the comments. I want to hear it. I can't wait to see it. We're so close to the All-Star game. It's coming up. So until then, we'll see ya. Peace.